How to stock your kitchen so you are well prepared for your meal preparation journey. This is a quick review of a chapter in my free downloadable book, Few Buck Lunch: Cook Food, Save Money. It's available on my website, page-power.com. First things first, you'll have to set up your pantry with the items you need to make a satisfying meal. You don't have to have all the items that I'm going to list, but it's a great idea to build up a collection of pantry items over time. You'll find that having just a few items on hand will make the process of meal preparation much easier. For your spice cabinet, salt, pepper, and sugar are mandatory. Of course, you won't always need salt, pepper, and sugar. However, if you don't have them and you need them, they're very difficult to substitute. Other items to have on hand: onion powder and garlic powder are nice. They go well with many of your savory dishes. Cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and ground cloves are also nice to have. If you can't get all of them right now, I would settle for cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for cookies, for toast. It also can be a nice accompaniment with salt and pepper on roast chicken. Chili powder, cumin, paprika, red pepper flakes. These are nice to have on hand, and you'll find that they come up in recipes for soups and chilies and sauces. Herbs like dried basil, oregano, dried parsley, rosemary, sage, and others are nice to have on hand. I don't even like oregano, but I keep it in my pantry because I know that if I'm going to make something for my grandkids that they love, like meatballs, oregano can add a nice flavor. Fat. This can be whatever you prefer. There are several different options. Vegetable oil is the most affordable fat that you can have on hand, but vegetable oil is not going to be delightful on toast. Butter or vegan butter, also known as margarine, are great. Olive oil is fantastic, but it can be very expensive. A little hint with olive oil: I only buy first cold pressed olive oil. Otherwise, it's an oil blend. Even if it says virgin on the label, know that it's first cold pressed olive oil that you're looking for if you want the most authentic olive oil you can get. Lard works, shortening works, and they're both very affordable, but again, may not be delightful in a salad or on toast. Sour or tart items. You'll find if you're making salad dressing, certain sauces, also if you're making any kind of stir fry, sour comes in handy. Many recipes call for a small amount of sour items, and that really will help the flavor of the dish pop. So you could consider lemons or limes if you like to have something fresh on hand. Both are very affordable. I usually pay about 30 cents for a lemon or for a lime. Vinegar is probably the most affordable sour/tart item you'll have in your pantry, and it comes in several varieties. White vinegar is super cheap, but it is very strong. Often I would dilute white vinegar if I'm using it in a recipe because it has a super sour, tart acidity to it. Balsamic vinegar is sweet and expensive. Apple cider vinegar is also strong. You can buy the name brand items that you see, probably national brand of apple cider vinegar with the mother in the bottom, and you shake it up and it's kind of cloudy. I usually just buy the store brand. I think it's perfectly fine. It also has the mother in it. Rice vinegar is a little more mild, and wine vinegars can also be nice and work wonderfully in recipes. I'm a huge fan of sauces. I like ketchup a lot. I like mustard. Either one of those or both of those are really good to have on hand. I think it's a great idea to have salsa on hand. You can have it in a recipe or you can have it plain. You can use it on a sandwich. Mayonnaise is a sauce, and it's really important to have mayonnaise on hand because if you don't, I can't think of a substitute. Perhaps a balsamic vinaigrette dressing would work as a mayonnaise substitute in certain circumstances. I like hot sauce. I'm a fan. I like Tabasco for heat. I like sriracha if I'm having a meal that has an Asian influence. I like tapatio for Mexican food. Other kinds of sauces that are nice to have on hand but not absolutely necessary would be jarred pesto is a great sauce to have on hand, and you can put together a very quick pasta meal with jarred pesto. There's a traditional version of basil pesto, and there's also sun-dried tomato pesto. Both are fantastic and have a lot of flavors, so you can really enhance your meal. So this is a big list, and I would say do what you can afford. The bare minimum basics that you should have on hand would be salt, pepper, sugar, a flexible fat source like butter or olive oil, white vinegar, and a hot sauce. These are the very basic things to get you started and can be used as substitutions for other items that are on the list that I've mentioned. For example, let's say you want to assemble a sandwich, but you don't have any mayonnaise on hand. You can moisten your sandwich ingredients with a homemade vinaigrette. It's not perfect, but it works in a pinch. If you don't know how to make a vinaigrette, you can just use oil and vinegar with some salt and pepper. Typically, the ratio of vinegar to oil would be 1 to 3. So 3 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. Check out my book for free if you're interested in a deeper dive. You can buy my book, Never Worry About Money Again, Gain Financial Freedom by Becoming Better at Managing the Money You Have, which is available from Amazon, and there is a link in the show description. Next time on Page Power, kitchen appliances that will save time and money.